This is Trumpetron Tells the Truth. I'm going to talk about your issue, I think, is the difference between the countries Europe and the United States. Many on the left in America often have asked me if it's a little bit pathetic. I can support countries like the United States and their imperialism, but now I'm so against Russian occupation and war in Ukraine. Well, let me talk a little bit about that, because it's a little bit complicated. Smaller nations and middle-sized nations, they often have to deal with extremely big neighbors and extremely big partners who often want to have their agenda, show that they are the leading mighty country in the world. China does it, United States does it, France tries to do it, Great Britain fails to do it, and Australia, I don't even get started. My country has 5 million people. A lot of European countries are not big, they are small. So they cannot stand alone against a mighty enemy. They cannot even they are also dependent on other markets, trade with other people, working with other people, and so on and so on. Always small nations need a big partner, and so we have to do some choices. Who is the best and who is the worst? Because making marriages like this, you're not gonna get a perfect partner. I know what the United States does. I was protested against the war in Iraq, in the war in Afghanistan, and I know what Obama has bombed and not bombed, and the terror prison on Cuba and so on. But again, will I have an alliance with the United States in NATO? Yes, I will. Will I join forces with the United States when they come to fight some battles around the world? Yeah. But that also the practice we also have to have. I am center-left, but I also fight for my nation's interests, and sometimes it's difficult. Because a lot of people can be high-cocking this because you don't risk anything. Nobody in the United States will ever know how to risk anything. It's not where you change something on popular politics that somebody gonna stop trading with you, go to war with you, occupy you, anything. If we do it, if we criticize in the United States too much, that had a lot of consequences for us, diplomatically and trade-wise. That is the situation we are in. That's the situation a lot of other European countries are in. So, we try to do our best. We criticize you, but do not criticize you too much. And we have to live with that. And I think it's perfect how to live with it. Because if we are not allies with you, well, I know that Russia will try to eat up other countries. It's not an exception that Russia saved us during the Second World War. Well, I talked about that issue before. They made half of Europe up to communist countries. They took a part of Finland, they took a part of Poland, and they took a part of Japan. They also did imperialism. Everybody does. Britain does. France did. So, well, then we sit here again, smaller nations with independence. What do we do? This is not a perfect marriage, but this marriage works, and it benefits us and it benefits the United States. That's how it is. That's life. We don't want to sacrifice ourselves or our countries or anything just because we have some righteous people on the left, United States, who are going to wave the banner for freedom and democracy. We don't. And that's difficult for you to understand. I know you're going to think it sound pathetic, but try to live here, try to have Norwegian citizenship. These days, we have a new discussion about NATO. Sweden want to join. They have a NATO debate in Finland. There's 2 small neutral countries in Europe, but now they're afraid. So what do? Do they think America is perfect in everything? No, they don't. Do they think the rest of NATO is perfect? No. Sweden have protested against NATO many times, what they do, but they don't also want to be swallowed and be a part of another country. So they make compromises. Compromises, this I have been talking about so many times in Trond Tells the Truth, is the way we do politics. This is how everybody does politics. You do it in marriage, you do it in relationships, you do it with your friends. Some compromises can be hard to swallow, but it's better to swallow something than being swallowed by others. This was Trond with Trond Tells the Truth. Have a nice day.